4 times inflation is something I think any investor would be looking
Right.
for. Let's get to your first pick, Chris. Which stock are you seeing with a lot of growth in their dividends?
First stock that I put in my article was Hershey's. It's increased its dividend by 15% the last time it did it. That was this year. The 3-year average annualized return on their dividend is 12.2%. So again, over the last 3 years, it's been keeping up with not only keeping up with inflation, but it's been beating inflation with the type of return that dividend investors have been getting. The stock itself is up about 4.3% this year. That's really good for a consumer discretionary stock like Hershey's. That's not common among them this year. And it's happening despite the fact that cocoa prices have been eating into the company's earnings a little bit. Now, in the article, I did bring up that there are some concerns that GLP-1 drugs are going to eat into Hershey's revenue and earnings. I'm not seeing that in the numbers for this year, and that's when you would be expecting to see it. The earnings weakness, as I just brought up, that's more or less due to rising cocoa prices, which commodities are always going to be up and down for a company like Hershey's. One area of concern that's come up since I wrote my article is the fact that we have many ports on the East Coast of the United States where dock workers may be going on strike as early as midnight tonight. We're doing this on Monday the 30th, so it could be happening as early as tonight. The hay is already in the barn for Hershey's for this year. So people looking for their Christmas candy, Halloween candy, all that stuff, it's already there. Don't worry about it. The question for Hershey's is going to be maybe more as it gets into next year. If the strike goes on for any length of time, there could be some issues when you're starting to talk about Valentine's Day, and that could start being reflected in the company's first quarter earnings. Not sure how much that affects the company in terms of the dividend, but just something to think about.
Yeah, definitely something to have on the horizon.
Yep.
Don't worry, I've already stocked up on plenty of Hershey's for Halloween. I'm getting my pantry ready in advance. Let's talk about the history of this
Yeah.
company too. Hershey's is such a familiar company name. It's
Yeah.
been around for a long time. Does that increase the or help with the strength of its dividends?
I don't know if the brand name contributes to it, but the fact is the company's very well run. It's got a rock solid balance sheet. Again, it does suffer as any of these companies do. It's going to suffer from variations in commodity prices, but certainly the fact that consumers are familiar with it, they're brand loyal to it, that's certainly going to help. And the fact that the company then makes it a priority to reward their shareholders, that's very welcome.